All right, I'm here today with Namit Jindal. He's a customer at Scrubby. He's also the CEO of Deliverability Ninja. Deliverability Ninja is a B2B cold email lead gen agency. Namit, do you want to give us a better breakdown of what you do at your agency and the customers that you serve?
For sure. Happy to be here, Nick. Deliverability Ninja helps build cold email systems for SaaS and B2B companies. The idea is we want to take the best out of the lead gen world and give access to sales leaders all across the world.
Awesome. I love that. You want to walk us through your entire lead gen tech stack from email sending platform, data providers, verifiers, and anything else that you're using on a day-to-day basis?
For sure, happy to do that. So our go-to email sending provider is SmartLead. We send a lot of emails out of SmartLead itself. That's the main one I recommend. Data providers is interesting because Apollo for contacts has always been the go-to. We've been using Apollo for a while now. And other than that, we use a lot of Sales Navigator for accounts. Sometimes we'll go to Clay to build those off-edge accounts, a lot of in-house scrapers. So a lot of everything, but again, Apollo, the main one for contacts.
Yeah, and absolutely. And then are you using anything currently for email verification outside of Scrubby?
We use Million Verify and Zero Bounce, a combination of both of them. And the way it flows is we'll build our accounts, then we'll build our contacts, run them through Million Verifier or Zero Bounce, and then go to Scrubby after that.
Awesome. And then do you know what on average when you pull your data from, your different data sources, but mostly Apollo, and you're pushing it into your SMTP validation tool like Never Bounce or Zero Bounce, what percentage is actually being a catch-all email?
Yeah, for sure. So did a huge dive into this before Scrubby. We were losing like about 25% of our lists when we were small businesses and as much as 35 to 40% when we started going mid-market and enterprise. So a huge proportion of our lists from Apollo were catch-all.
And then when you actually take the 30 to 40% from Apollo and you put it to Scrubby, what percentage are you getting back?
So I'm getting 80 to 90% off that 35, 40%.
Yeah, and so that's a huge bump in amount of contacts. And the one thing that we always hear from our customers is that the catch-all emails that we're actually validating, most marketers, they throw it away. They don't want their emails to bounce. They don't want to take the risk there. But since we're able to validate them, and since our customers are actually being able to reach out to them, they're starting to see an increase in response rates, increase in meeting book rates. Is that something that you've also have faced while being able to email the valid emails that we give you back?
Absolutely. The way I think about it is catch-all is that secret emails that no one emails to. So a lot less competition, but you can't really send it to catch-all without actually using Scrubby. So
Yeah,
once we use Scrubby, we get that list of like 80 to 90% of the 35% that no one is emailing, and we get the most replies from them.
that's great to hear. And, obviously being the deliverability ninja, I know bounce rates is something that can really hurt your reputation. Have you noticed a bounce rate when it comes to the valid emails that we're actually giving you back from Scrubby?
No, there's no
And
bounce. I've tried like almost every tool there is, and with Scrubby we have the highest like valid emails that come through and the most accurate ones.
yeah, and there's a lot of providers now that are coming out saying they could do catch-all email validation when really they're just doing like the Google People chips or some of these other methods
Mhm.
that, kind of show that the email count is there, but not at scale. Have you tried any other verification tools and kind of seen bounce rates kind of dwindle?
Yeah, I've tried a couple of them. I've tried like no zero bounce. That's the other one. If they're not doing any real-time validation, they're basically doing what something like Apollo does. And you can't really having that extra 3, 4, 5% bounce rate will kill your deliverability in less than 30 days. So the only options are either don't send to catch all and lose out on revenue, or use something like a real-time validator like Scrubby to actually get that revenue.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the questions I had for you. Thank you so much for your time and hopping on this customer success interview. If you guys need help with anything on the cold email side to generate leads, feel free to reach out to Namit Jindal at Deliverability Ninja.